I've had a personal encounter with a very stupid lecturer. I don't dress anyhow. So you will not tell me that it's maybe because of the way I dress. No, I was just sitting on my own at Nadia and he saw me. And he called me. I thought maybe he just wants to maybe share a word or two with me. I don't know. But I went to meet him and he started saying rubbish. If a lecturer walks up to you and starts telling you you should sleep with you, be bold enough to say no. I made that mistake once and I hated myself. Like this man literally took my hand and put on his dick.
Jesus.
Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is globally known as the most important, the most engaging, and the most informative podcast in the globe. You can take it anywhere. I'm your host, Big D. This episode is proudly sponsored by Labor Connect. You could get any of their platforms. Just go to their own Play Store now. You could download any of their stuff. Just type Labor Connect on your Play Store and it will get you everything. You download the app. One swipe away, you are getting everything you need. If you need a nurse, if you need a carpenter, anything, you get it on that app. Let's get straight into this video. Ladies and gentlemen, today's issue is very, 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 very engaging. And we trust that you are going to feel your opinion on the comment section and let us know what you think. But before I go into today's video, I want to introduce to you our amazing panelists. Ladies and gentlemen, by my direct left, I have with us someone I call Omo no Mosi, Omo no Sobobo, Omo no Tasonson, the phenomenal queen. Ladies and gentlemen, let us quickly, by my immediate right, let us welcome someone that we know that is a minister. This one, when it comes to she and God, you know they can play at all. She's beautiful, amazing, sound, and intellectual. And we trust that she's going to be giving you advice. Even when we are saying this advice, we don't want how many people like this, she's going to be giving you the purest advice. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Ifechi.
Hi guys.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you someone that we know as a grammarian. When it comes to grammar, him and Wole Soyinka, they the same boat. They invent words daily, every day. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you Amadi. All right. Let us get straight into the issue. Now, guys, we know that there is this issue of feminism going on in the society. And we don't know if these people actually know what they are doing. You understand? So I know that at the end of this podcast, we're going to actually be seeing what are the advantage and disadvantage of this thing called feminism. If it's something that can actually thrive in the society of today, or it is not relevant, want to know. So please, I want to throw to the house. What is this feminism? What is it as a content? Phenomenal Queen, I want to please tell us what feminism. What this feminism thing they talk feminism. What's it be go?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the platform. I appreciate. Well, feminism. Well, from the term feminism, it has to do with that's women, right? Ladies and all that, and it's basically that as a woman, we believe that okay. We have our rights, and all that, and there shouldn't be anything called gender inequality, and all of it basically. So feminism is female-centered, like centered on the woman, as a lady, a girl. It's just,
So if it's centered on a woman, what's it called centered on a man? Is it that you people are fighting, actually, they're fighting inequality, or they are fighting that, okay, as a man, me and as a woman now, and a man, we have the same rights. We have this. There's nothing like you are higher than me, I am lower than you. No. When it comes to human being, we are both human beings and we can do the same thing. Is that what people are trying to say? Thank God we even get two beautiful females for the show.
I feel like feminism is just basically saying areas where men will be preferred or men people will likely choose men. They are saying, why can't you choose a woman in that area? Like now in the area of domestic violence, how many domestic violence cases will you see a woman beat a man?
But women, they beat man.
It's not common. It's rare. It's mainly men. They feel like they are the men.
But the thing be say,
So-
they see they beat some men.
It's not common.
Whether
How
it
many-
common
how
or not
many-
common. No, whether
Me,
it common.
personally, I've not heard of a case where a woman.
You
No,
plenty
serious.
Yeah,
whether
yeah,
it common or you no common.
I've
The
not
truth, the
heard.
thing is that they are beating men. Some men they receive steady
Even
beating.
the area of rape, now men they carry am. Now men
They
go
even
through.
they rape men too.
Oh,
It just
now
be
men
say-
start am.
Now the thing is that I feel
Now
like
una start am.
I feel like
It's rare.
we don't really men are really people that don't voice out things. So when they go through stuff, they're not emotional. They just move on. So they don't discuss those things. Unlike women, just put pin in there and it's that the whole world we hear and everything. So even if cases like that, how they go rape me now as a man, I will both come and say I was raped. It don't actually make any sense. Say, oh, me as a man now, they just rape me. You know, a woman beats me, fish. I come and say, I'm fighting justice for Big D. They beat me. Woman beats me. Justice, no, not really. Me. So I feel like that's the reason why most men are not even saying anything. They don't say anything. They just lock up. They chop beats you, but they just lock up.
In that case of gender equality that women are crying out for, it's also in the aspect of church. Like now, there was my church in Lagos. It's a woman that pastors the church. So I was inviting. We had a special program, and I was inviting some people that were in my mom's workplace. And one man was like, "Oh, is it that church that is a woman that is the pastor?" I said, "Yes." Say, how woman go be pastor? I don't know if it come that kind of church too. So wait, her husband they come to church. I said yes. She said, husband go just sit down, she go dey preach. Say, God forbid. I come church where woman go dey preach, forgive me.
Does husband really sit and watch her preach?
Yeah.
Husband
Yes,
sits
she's
to
the one
preach.
that has the calling. Do you understand? Her husband too is a pastor, but she's the one that preaches. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
The man say because now woman they preach,
You know if you go to church.
So in a nutshell, feminism is a social and political movement that seeks to actually protect the said infringed rights of women. Personally, I see feminism as a form of emotional blackmail on the men of society. Personally, I also think that from creation story, men and women cannot be equal. It's not possible.
Exactly.
It's not
Okay.
possible. We can only vie or seek to ensure that women are fairly treated. Are fairly treated.
Yes.
It does not in any way mean that they are equal or above men, or they can. Now, the truth is that the talk of feminism came out from the fact that women felt that their rights were being infringed upon. And for me, I don't think so. Because several things go into choosing men above women in many situations. Let's look at the workforce or in the work environment. A man is most likely chosen above a woman or over a woman because the society, organizations, bodies have found out that men are more given to difficulty compared to
A woman.
women. And at least to escape the emotional tantrums that women throw at workplace, they prefer putting men there. So they know that they are dealing with individuals that are more rational than emotional. That's the thing. And that's why it is that it applies to almost all settings that they prefer men above women, because a woman can actually out of emotional sentiments make decisions, which over time is not healthy, is not productive, is not progressive. Emotional decisions and whatever it is are not. And let's look at the biological part of it. If we want to put still on the part of workforce. There's something called the cortisol in men, in the male gender. It is said that the male gender enjoys releasing cortisol, and cortisol is only released when the body has been subjected to difficulty. So to an extent, the males, they enjoy difficulty, they enjoy work. Work is what they are meant for. Right from creation story, God created man to work. So it's just ideal and more profiting for an organization to choose a being that loves work over one that.
So are you trying to say that there are
Doesn't
no
love
hardworking women out there?
They are. See,
There are
man telling us
hardworking women,
something. Man
actually.
telling us something about this. Man just balance something here. Till date, he get some kind of work we say women no fit do. We man go do.
Women they do anything.
Wait
oh.
now. He get some kind of work we say women no fit do. Even if they do am, even if they do am, they will break down.
They no fit break
But
down.
a man, we say he go do that work. Let's say he don't stand again. We mount.
There's some men we don't even get stamina. For my state, Anambra State, women they drive bike, they drive keke.
Back now. Something we say anybody
Yeah.
fit do now.
It's also hard hustling, going out in the morning, you carry this is easy. It's not. Women, anything a man can do, a woman can do it better.
You know, say I feel say women are very confused, and I will say this because now Thursday I need care, pampering, all those things. You people have 4 circles in a month. This circle is for this one, this middle one, the second one for this one, third one for this one, fourth one for this one, and I understand where that your emotional stuff now is coming from.
Yeah.
Because even some women, all respect to all ladies out there, some women that are even kept in leadership position, they make decisions based on emotion sometimes, which is not even LD. You get one case now we will try to solve. This woman just look the girl say you no go pass. Just because the girl met her in a bad mood, that girl get extra year. In a bad mood. Do you understand? Now what we are still saying that forever. They follow one of my white friend talk. We're talking, so we're not talking about marriage and everything. The next this girl they made me know say any man where she go marry, say she has to be the boss. Now I said why? He said, like we're just engaging in this conversation, and I said, why are you saying this? He said because men like to show that they are the man, they're the boss. I don't want a man to ride over me. I said, Mama, calm down. What aspect are they riding over you? She said, cooking and cleaning. I said it is not the duty of a man to cook and clean, but it's an obligation.
Yes.
It's an obligation. Especially in marriage, it's an obligation. That does not mean as a man or as a husband, my wife go dey clean 247 every day doing this thing. No. As a man, a well brought up man, Isha woman train me. They teach us how to cook, how to clean. We can support, even in our own business schedule, we can support. Even if I don't cook clean, as I see you for kitchen, I can just strike conversation, they help you to rinse plate or something. So I was making her to understand that it's an obligation for a man, but it's a duty for you as a woman. Then for a man, it's a duty to protect and provide. But for a woman, it's an obligation. So I was not checking, but when I was on the conversation, I began to see some reason. So men have their own duty, women have their own. So don't say because of you're not comfortable with your own, or what everybody does. Cardi B will say, I won't cook, I won't clean. He cook and clean, oh. Her husband video am as they cook and clean. He cook and clean. So
That's the problem I have. You see, many of our ladies today, what they do it out of
what's their
social media influence. You know one thing, we put out content that will fetch us money, fame,
of course,
and material wealth. People don't put out content that are usually seen, because over time we have found that insanity pays higher than sanity. So people are fond of putting crazy things outside.
insanity pays higher than sanity. That's true.
So that boils down
Akpororo.
to how we actually handle
Kapa
ourselves
Efe.
as human beings. Let's take away feminism. Human beings treating ourselves like human beings. That's where I think feminism should actually come into play. Where there is violation of fundamental human rights.
Right.
And that's where and feminism, that's the branch of liberal feminism, seeing people as equal and trying to enforce that whatever it is that must happen, it must happen in fairness to all individuals, cutting across all genders. And so that means that if feminism as a construct must stand, it must only stand as a philosophy to ensure that the liberal status of every individual is actually worked upon and everyone is actually seen as a human being indeed. But the part where a woman now feels that she wants to override, because presently I feel that the ignorant, uneducated and maladapted women of today actually pride themselves as being feminists because they want to overload or override their male
So many
counterparts.
feminists don't even understand that word
And
feminism.
they don't know what
They don't know what it is.
Feminism in the liberal sense just simply means ensuring fair treatment for women.
So we
And
talk
it
say
does
no, I
not
want
in any way
to.
mean that you as a woman should now be preferred
Over.
above a man or over a man. Because the truth is that no matter how feminism tries to make the rounds in our society today, till tomorrow, settings, public, private settings, we still choose
Men.
men above women. Guess what? Uber pays their men more than the women. Actually,
Why?
Uber pays men more than why? Owing to the fact that
Men are always out there.
Uber drivers who are males or are men, they drive bigger vehicles, which women sometimes cannot handle or cannot drive. So now, if we want to even look at this rationally, let's take away the emotional blackmail from it. Let's look at it rationally. If we want to pay people according to their input, we will find out that in most cases, women impute, or sorry, the male folks impute more. Owing to their masculine strength, they impute more. And that makes them deserving of higher pay, better remuneration, and they should be afforded the best of lifestyle compared to their female whatever. It's just that's the reason why is that we most times in engineering firms where the labor of men is actually required, they have more population of men than women there. Unfortunately, men get paid the most because they do the most work and they subject themselves to the most difficult of tasks that we can
Sometimes that's
think
not
of.
the reason.
What's the reason?
And what's the reason?
I feel like these organizations that promote their men more than their women, most of them, they do it because of they feel like women are weaklings. There are some organizations that they will not promote you as a woman until you slept with the boss. So they already see women as weaklings. So they use that weakness to their own benefits, for their own benefits. So I feel like that's why most organizations would prefer to
You have
put
a point there,
man.
but not all organizations
Most.
would.
Yeah.
Not
Most
all.
of them.
Not all organizations. You say
Even
most.
if the woman works like
No,
she's
not
working
all
like
organizations
a man,
will
they feel
want
like
to sleep with
you have
their.
to drop something. You don't deserve this year. You still have to drop that thing before you.
You see
do
the
understand
emotional
my
thing we
point?
they talk about now. They don't give us. Not all organizations will want to sleep with their.
Okay,
In life, when you sorry before you go continue. In life, I feel like if you present yourself as someone that is capable of doing things, people will definitely see you as such, and they will. And see, as a CEO, yeah, as a CEO, if I want my business to grow, and I see that this person is capable, I will not check the gender of the person. Neither will I check, are you capable? Yes, I check your result. Wow, omo, because I want make that business enter, I go pick you.
See, some CEOs prefer to satisfy their dick than satisfy
That
their
one no
business.
go. That one no go far now. See all these top brands that we have now. All these top biz companies. You can't tell me say they can because they sleep with some of their women. They reach that place. People like Ngozi.
Okonjo-Iweala.
Kojewala, that one now you say that one her brain took her to those places that she is. I don't know her story. Maybe we'll invite her to the podcast one time for us to hear her story and everything. But she will tell these women that your brain read. You have to be out there.
The truth is that women, if we want to look at it very well, how much is a woman really willing to invest in herself to become a phenomenal person.
No, they know
That
they
people
invest
want
too.
to really
They know
the
they really-
idea of I want to sit down and be taken care of already demystifies,
You don't
already
get her.
destroys the topic of
Now in the
feminism.
trend
See,
now, they want to be
you're
taken care
not,
of.
you're
You
not
are
supposed
saying-
to use those
Not
on
be only
se-
Nigerian girls, so.
If you are
Not
saying
be only
You're not-
Nigerian girls, so.
you're not supposed to use those on serious women to
No.
categorize.
No be only Nigerian. If those are only Nigerian girls now, I will tell you say, okay, Nigerian girls they just spoil. This one are even Oyinbo.
a
They will
lot-
tell me say, please, this Christmas I want to this one. I go wonder say Oyinbo. No be you they don't say all this. Oh yeah, but say they collect money from una hand. Now you they beat me, they tell me this thing. One go they send me in Zelle tag all the time. What I want they can do? Do you understand? So not be only night. Some
about
women.
that, about that, this is where it comes in now. You see, women are very emotional figures. The reason why is that Yahoo guys actually thrive financially by duping women because they are emotional beings compared to the men. A man is extremely rational, and so before you can actually make
There are
him,
Yahoo women too.
if you can actually, before you can actually make him drop his money, you have to go through so much because he thinks things through. A woman feels things through, but a man thinks things through.
Okay.
You feeling, you are like, oh, he's hungry. Oh, he's hungry. A man is like, you are hungry. Oh, we are all hungry. Hunger there everywhere. So find your food. That's it.
Okay,
So-
you said... sorry.
That's where the emotional constraint comes from. Where organizations actually see that a woman would be too lenient in areas or in places where she shouldn't be lenient, and will be too extreme in areas where she shouldn't be what? Extreme.
Extreme.
Yeah, it's the power of emotions. It's later
Okay.
also.
Yeah, you said something about emotional blackmail. Like, what exactly do you mean by that?
Emotional blackmail in the sense that
Hey, Jesus.
feminism tries to paint a picture of an oppressive male folk.
Yeah.
It paints the picture that the males are oppressive, which is not true. There are different metrics of measurement in employment, in leadership, in whatever you want to say.
Even in
you want to-
romance, in
even
care.
Yes, there are different metrics of measurement. A man that has been put to provide, let's look at it rationally. If you say men are to be providers, in every setting in the world, even in heaven, providers are at the top, while those who take are beneath. So it means that if a man is providing for you as a woman, you are not equals anymore.
So what will you say about men and women that do 50-50?
Men and women that do 50-50 is owing to agreement.
Mutual
And
agreement.
owing to the fact that probably they have a vision that is above them,
Exactly.
that they want to push for.
You see, say sorry. You see, say this Nigeria. You know, say we like to dey flex and everything. We don't go teach all these white people bad thing, you know. Now, when both white ladies go to tell you, say, well, I don't want a man that would split fees with me. I want a man. Now, because Nigerians don't go teach them bad things. Before, they split their bills 50-50. A lady will
Is
go on
the
a date.
reason why personally I think that the last set of people or individuals that should talk about feminism should be Nigerians.
Abi?
I shouldn't be hearing feminism from a woman in Nigeria.
Why?
I should only be hearing things like fundamental human rights. I will understand that. Don't slap them. Don't kill them. Don't do. But feminism, you are shouting that you can't be equal. You want to sit down and be taken care of. Hello, ma. Respect and understand the fact that you are not equal with that man that you want to carry your problem on his head and still carry his own problem on his own head.
Okay, you
It's just where we
Now,
depend
the
on
problem
God
that you're
for
talking
survival.
about now.
The
Amadi.
same way we depend on God for survival. You depend on a man for survival. Already means that this man is above you. There's an element of strength that he possesses that you don't possess, and that actually validates your dependence on him.
You say he's carrying his problem, also carrying your problem. That problem now, in context, means money.
Not only money.
What does it mean
Okay.
by
Not only
what
money.
else?
It's not only money actually.
Okay, what else?
The truth is that even on the day of your marriage, your father hands you over to a woman, to a man,
To a man.
and he says,
Take care of my daughter.
But the truth is that it's the women that are doing the work of that take care.
Yeah.
Yes, now.
Okay, we don't
the
take
only
it.
men, the
In
only
what
thing
sense?
is the woman that does everything in
I
the
understand
home.
the fact that in a lot of
Aside-
in a number of homes, men have actually failed in doing what they ought to do as fathers, as husbands, as caretakers.
Well, do you
But
know
I mean, in homes, most homes where husbands have not failed, where fathers have not failed, you see the labor that this man goes out to ensure ends meet.
Deprive himself
Of so much.
so many enjoyment,
Yes.
so many.
But do you know that there are still men out there, their wives or the woman is the provider or the sole provider of the home, and they are very okay with it, like they're relaxed. They don't have
See,
issues. What would you say about that?
the glory of a woman is a man, is her husband. So if personally I'm okay with my wife handling business, I'm okay with everything, she has to still show that respect, that consent that
It's not you being okay with handling business, it's that it's her business. She's the
If
one
she's-
feeding you. See,
if she can
there
handle
are
the family
see,
business,
the reason
anything.
why some women don't like, it's not as if they are lazy, but the reason why some of them don't want to work or to bring out money is because a woman that starts to give her husband money, the man will relax.
Yeah, because
no.
Men did
Some
see,
men need boosting.
men did which boost?
Some men need boosting.
What? How?
They need financial help, emotional help, support. Let me just say support.
I feel like men are selfish.
No, some men are hardworking. The minute they get that support,
But I want to ask you
necessary,
a question.
they move.
On what ground exactly should a woman like you have legs, you have hands, and you just choose to be idle, that you want to focus on family, you want to focus on children, the same children that the man drives to school every day and goes back to pick, then who are you exactly focused on? I mean, owing to the economic challenge we have in our country, Nigeria, as a woman, you should
Be out there
involved,
doing
be
something.
industrious.
Of
Personally, I
course.
think what happened in the days of Adam and Eve happened because Eve was idle.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
Eve had been engaged to do something meaningful with her
She wouldn't have been.
with her nusantic life, then she wouldn't have actually taken apple from
She was involved in gossip.
Satan and
They got in
bring back
gossip
the
because her husband was not around. So now gossip.
I'm not necessarily saying the woman should be idle. Oh. Because there are rainy days. I always use Proverbs 31 as an example. The virtuous woman is planting for the rainy days.
Proverbs
Do you understand? I'm not
31
saying. I'm
31.
not
is not in
saying.
the Bible of a Nigerian woman. Stop going that way. I mean, Proverbs 31 is an hypothesis of what a woman should look like. It's an hypothetical.
No, you're misunderstanding me. You're trying to.
No, because the Bible says a virtuous woman who can find.
See, who
See.
can find? Have you found any exactly?
If you're a
I mean,
man and you don't have a virtuous woman, you're not a man.
Where we go see them?
okay.
Where we go see them? By the thing. Where can we find them? Abi, you be
find-
virtuous woman. Oh
Oh
no.
my God.
I'm a virtuous woman.
Okay,
Okay,
man.
I was going to say something
else?
to you, Amadine. From everything you said, likewise, our brother here, I think you guys tend to
You be your
have
brother.
you tend to have this notion or this perspective that women, just want to I want to just relax and be taken care of, and all that stuff. But they are well, that may be the case too. Like in most cases, let me put it that way. But there are some women that believes that they are tagged or they are called financial women that I want to do my thing, be responsible for myself, and all that stuff. So when from what you said, you make it look as though
You just want to stay and
yeah,
not
exactly.
do anything.
But there are some, and by His grace, I happen to be one.
There are
Likewise, my
some. You
sister
said
here,
there are
so-
some. There are some that want to be industrious. I have an industrious mom myself. But does that apply to most Nigerian women?
Yes.
I mean, the Gen Z women
Say
we
yes.
have today,
Yes.
who though are involved. Now, see,
I did yes.
sorry. It's not about you working. It's not about you working.
Yes.
It's about you being invested in family. It starts from you believing the fact that family exists and family is worth investing in. You working for yourself and all you do what you work for is buy bags, buy shoes. You are doing stupid work. That's your
That's
work.
why I said the
That's your
work that
business.
she's working is for rainy days.
It's
The
for
times
raining
that the
days.
husband, yeah.
Raining days.
But you are misunderstanding me and thinking I said
raining as your handbag, raining as your shoes, raining as your latest designers.
you're thinking maybe I'm saying that the woman should just stay and the husband will. No, what I'm trying to say is that the woman can support, but do not leave. Most men are lazy. When a woman starts providing and doing all those
That's
things,
a character
they
flaw.
relax.
Because most men are
It's
lazy.
not ideal for a man to relax
Abi?
when a woman is working.
Ha.
But what I'm trying to say is that it's not ideal too for a woman to be idle. What I'm
How
trying to
can
say
you
is
be
that
a man and you are not
it
doing
is
anything?
synergy.
Okay.
You quoted Proverbs 31, and I will tell you to go to Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9 to 12. Go there. It said two people, they get a better reward for their labor. It said one shall chase 1,000, two shall put 10,000 to fly. A man and a woman coming together is for the purpose of synergy to work. It's misplaced priority, misplaced assignments that led Eve to take the apple. Because if that woman was assigned to dig cassava farm,
Wait,
while she was digging
what do
that
we
farm,
say?
she
What
won't
do
see
we
the
say
devil.
about men? What do we say about men that will get married to a beautiful lady, knowing that that lady, has plans, has vision for her life, and will say, "How far? Prefer bring her your phone, breaks the sim, gives her a new sim, start a new life. I don't want to see you walk. I don't want to see you do anything from today."
To
Be
that
my wife.
lady, I want to assume you have an iota of intelligence. You saw that coming. True or false? True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you see in marriage, you saw while you were. A girl I will get married to eventually would have known a lot about me before she gets married to me. That Amadi is this, Amadi is that, Amadi is this. But you chose to marry Amadi. True or false? True. Thank God we are here together now. Thank God. So now, let's see. A man now has taken your sim and has broken it. Your problem is that while people were dating, it was all about come to my house, my knack. Come my house, my knack. So you people were not really engaged in profitable discussions where you can actually pinpoint what this person's philosophy is about life, marriage, family, and progress in its entirety. So you were just there all the time. Come to my house, now bed. You're not talking. So how do you expect me to now advise you when, okay, the advice I can give to you now to a woman who has unfortunately found herself under the under the roof of a man that is seen as a tyrant already. Hello, ma, divorce. That's what I can advise you. If words of wisdom from elderly ones, or from pastors, or from popes, imams, cannot really make sense to him, divorce him. Do you know why? If you don't, over time you will see how much your life retrogresses. Do you know why I'm saying this again? All humans are mortal, and owing to that fact, your husband, who claims to be a don now, might die. If he dies, who continues in taking care of the family?
Responsibilities.
How will you find the finance to, even if he leaves inheritances for you? If there is no consistent inflow of income, you are bound to deplete whatever it is as a resource that already exists. And you know what that means.
Okay,
So that's it.
You know, like in response to what Big D said, there are men out there, some of them actually, that wouldn't want their wives to do anything. You know, like, okay, there are some that even they give their wives, like, I think monthly allowance. You know, they wouldn't want them to stress, you know, like, and all that. And it said that it's not good for a woman to be a liability, because a thing like that will definitely breed, you know, disrespect, see finish, and all that stuff. But in some cases, you know, there isn't anything like disrespect. It's just what the man wants.
So I want to ask,
What do you
normally,
have to say about
marriage
that?
is not supposed to tie your destiny down. No
Yeah.
woman is destined to now be relegated to, or to be streamlined to taking care of kids. If Okonjo-Iweala was treated that way,
She won't
we
be.
wouldn't have seen the phenomenal queen she has become.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True or
that's
false?
Yeah.
If Chimamanda Adichie was treated that way, we wouldn't have seen what she has become like this. No, work, ideally, with the way God has created work is meant to bring out the best in you.
Yeah, and also in that scenario, like, the woman, you know, on a, like, she's ready
So
to
even if you don't want
to
a
work.
woman, to work to earn a living, allow her to be invested in her passions.
Okay, now
Yeah.
She's not a dunce,
like
right?
in the case she's ready to work, she wants to do something, but the man doesn't want the woman to do anything. And okay, she's willing to, of which okay, like sometimes it may want to like lead to
A few times
arguments,
actually, you see when
issues and all that
if
stuff.
you sit down, you see a few times when you see men that tell their wives don't work. Sorry to say, it could be that there is a fear, an underlying fear that if this woman becomes something reasonable financially,
Yeah.
the respect won't be there again.
But men like
It is
that, are they
low-key
not
servitude.
insecure?
She's trying to. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's
insecurity.
insecurity.
Insecurity actually. Because I wonder what or how the husband of Okonjo-Iweala feels seeing his wife up there.
Top there.
It takes a lot of security to actually see your wife up there
I see you
and know
celebrate her.
that this woman can actually do life without you. Okonjo-Iweala can do anything in life without.
I also think that was the case of late Mrs. Is it Osinachi, the gospel
Osinachi.
artist, because yeah, like when she was alive, you know, she was doing so well, being invited to different places to come minister and all that. And when the incident happened, I got to like I got to hear some things that even sometimes when she was getting ready to leave the house, you know, like the man wouldn't even want her to make up, at least to look good, look presentable. Sometimes, you know, like we want to prevent her from going out, you know, all that stuff.
That one
You know,
even
like,
tries. You see, allowed her to even work in her passion.
I still ask questions.
Some, chill, some.
He allowed her work in her passion for his own
And-
For
benefit.
yeah, that
Yeah,
is
I
some
see
will
that.
not even some will not even want to even find that benefit self.
I
But
still
they
tell
even
people.
work in any
If you
passion.
not find the benefit,
And,
don't
and,
go
and I
kill
also
I
herself.
see
heard
tell-
that
Some will work.
Yeah,
They
I'm
can
sorry,
do their
I also
work.
heard that it got to a point that, you know, money she received from, you know, administration, the
Entering
man
his
you know, wants
account.
exactly.
Okay, let me.
his account.
This
He
thing
wouldn't
is
want her
this
to,
thing.
you
This
know,
one
like,
I was
spend
saying
it.
now is a very. It's
So-
something that has happened
Sorry,
in this
before you
life.
continue, please.
Okay.
I tell people, I still tell people today, you are dating a lady, you are dating a man. Anything you see in marriage, you saw the subtle sign while you
courtship.
saw it.
Yes.
It's just like me now. Anybody that sees me now know that Amadi is sort of strong-willed. Is this one? Is that one? From our you already know these things. You know why? Who you are, you hardly can hide. You cannot hide who you are for a very long time. You cannot hide it. Sorry, you can't. You saw these things. You know, and the truth is that women love being lied to. That's our word today. Unfortunately, look at so.
Sure.
You can be talking to a woman now, telling her that this thing you are doing is not good, and your parents will be like, look at your, what kind of woman? It's not right now. And she's like,
You mean we don't like to hear
are you
the
talking to
truth?
me? What's this? Are you talking- and this guy is not like, hey, I mean, may I protect my relationship? Oh? Next time,
They are very
next
beautiful.
time,
You're
You're looking for some
you,
jobs.
you understand me? Next time, the guy will be like, I bet you don't think paint more painting again. Okay, you are fine. Let's go. Then in marriage, he will tell you, Auntie,
I don't do ever.
I've married you, right? And the African society today, really supports that. Auntie, I've married you, right? I don't want to see you paint more for this house. For example, I'm dating this fine girl now. You realize that she has her own free will till the day I get married to her. That she has the will to say,
She's no longer interested.
don't come to my house again. But when I get married to her, she now feels this sense of there is a leadership over me now. I don't know if you understand me now. So guess what? Guys now try to pamper, to give preferential treatment while they are dating the lady. All in the name of to lure her into the marriage. Then they release their true color. That's what the idea of. That's what the idea of. I don't know if you know what's reading on the net now. They will ask, what kind of man do you want? And you now see, I should tell you, so you now behave like that for the next 12 weeks. Have you seen that post?
Yeah.
That's what's happening now. Because now see that women are now trying to be over. That's
They're trying to protect themselves.
Yes, they want to protect themselves, so they now come up with that. What kind of man do you want? So that you can pretend to be a man for the next 12 weeks, then we'll now marry, right? That was
You
happening.
can't hide your identity forever. I mean, no matter how. One way or the other, it's going to, like, you know, unveil itself. So, it's not how you try.
The issue there is that it's going to unveil itself, just that it unveils itself before marriage in subtle ways. So it only takes an extra sensitive individual to find those things. You're talking to a man now, and next thing he does is, but get out. I don't want to see this thing again. you are always now you are a career woman and you are married to a man and you are dating a man that is dismissive of your ideas. Does not want to. What is your? It's a stupid thing. Shift. You can't still go poet. Your career will die. Just see. Come back to me with a bottle of wine to tell me that yes, my career died actually, because your career will die.
Somebody sound like an expert.
I'm telling you this thing.
How many
He's a
books have you read?
counselor.
No, see,
The
no.
counselor.
By God's grace,
A certified
a
counselor.
certified counselor by God's grace. And look at, it's just a normal thing. People hardly change. Amadi of 10 years ago, surprisingly, it go shock you say na him be still be Amadi where they years so. Human beings hardly change. You know why? Most of the things that we do it because that's the way God has kind of created us. A Sania Abacha is a Sania Abacha because of how God created him. It is the tyrannical spirit is in him, it's in his heart. Environment constantly join, train and put. So psychologists have said it. Any training that the person imbibes in the first 10 or 15 years of his life is bound to grow up with it forever.
See,
That take the grace of God to change.
see,
later.
I have this story. It's a true life story. Yeah, there's this woman. She's very talented. She can sing, and she based in the gospel. She's a gospel artist. Whenever she's singing, you could feel like she sings so well. But she's married to this man. The man said, even if Daddy Gio Adeboye comes to my house, my wife is not going for any vigil. I will walk him out of my house. If he says she's coming to go and minister somewhere, she's not going anywhere. So he restricts her from ministrations. He restricts her from anything singing. The only thing is he limited her to sing in church. After that church, if they invite you anywhere, you're not going. They don't, you're not going. So that kind of thing now, either I've seen it firsthand. I know that it made me know that everybody in life has been given purpose, something that you have to come and do in this
Please
life.
stop there for a minute. See, in life, while you are dating somebody, you are moving on. Take
It's not
notes
that they are
of,
married.
Take notes of in dating, in marriage, anyone. Take notes of the person's complaints and the person's compliments. What does he complain about while you are dating the person? Where are you going to? All night. All night again? See, why are you? Oh God. Woman, you think now.
So everyone,
Even
you
the
have to
compliments,
understand.
what he compliments you about. Is it if he compliments you about your career often, it means that this one will push me for my career.
Or your yash and
You
your,
understand?
and your
Yes.
this thing.
Yes.
Do you know there are some men that I think this set of men, they are domineering. I think that's the word, right? Because like what Big D said, restrict you from like going to places you wish you could go to or you're supposed to go to. And there are also some that they won't even want the woman to like maybe put on makeup, at least look good, dress very well the way she wants to. Or even go out, like hang out with friends and all that.
See,
but these same men,
women,
they go out, like have fun, but they restrict, their wives from doing such.
see,
I mean,
women,
just why?
women, this is an advice to all women. Women, stop dating insecure men. Stop dating insecure men. You will be rubbished. You will be rubbished because they don't have that emotional stamina to see you succeed. One, that emotional stamina to see you engaging in conversation, to engage even with the opposite sex. Their mind is wired. What are you talking about? Whatever, you understand? They don't even have that emotional stamina to see an opposite sex give you true compliments, genuine compliments. Just imagine you are dating a man that a man just come and say, "Oh wow, mama, you looking so beautiful." Then the man gets home and start beating you, beats the hell out of you because a man told you that you are looking so beautiful. Stop dating insecure men. And if you're dating insecure men, reach out to us. Let us know how we can help you. You can, if you have stories that you want to tell like true life story that you want to tell the world, come write to us. We'll invite you over. We'll see how we can discuss so that people out there can see these things that we're saying, that they are true. They are true. We're not just saying these things. Women are going through, even men are going through a lot. People are going through a lot, even in relationship, in marriage.
For me, I'll be willing to marry a career woman if I find one by God's grace. But one thing is clear. There are things that I won't bring myself to do. So until you go agree, they use money to fund those things. Like bringing a helper to work in the house in our absence. I won't come back home to cook for you. I won't do it to man. One thing I won't do is that I won't stress you as a woman.
You never did
But
romantic.
you know me, I like to eat out very well.
You never do romantic at all.
I will have takeaway. No, sorry, sir. I won't do it. I cannot do it. I can't cook for you. But I won't stress you to cook for me when you come back. I thank God for Mama Put. On my way coming, I'll just bring the cooler. How far? Sell my food for me. 1,000.
You
You
know,
understand? But let's get a
But
helper.
it's very romantic to cook for your woman.
See, God help us.
Amadi,
Why
you
we
talked
get?
about
you
you.
breakfast in bed.
I will see. God help us. We do that.
He's not a preacher of love.
What I'm saying is this. If you marry a career woman, you should know the labor or the burden you are about to start bearing.
Exactly.
Because we are both burden bearers for each other. You should know that okay, we are about to start bearing a burden for each other, right? Because of the person's career. You understand? Like me, I want my woman to be a career woman. Do as much as you want. But the day I will catch any snippet of you womanizing, of you being promiscuous, it's a done deal. We are over with the marriage. We are done with it. That's your father and mother cannot beg me.
That's the fear of most men.
That's the fear.
That they'll allow.
I won't entertain that fear.
That they'll allow
you to be free.
women. They'll allow women to actually be free, and then they begin to entertain relationships that will ruin them or disrespect them.
I have had people do court marriage. When that kind of thing happens, go back to the court, seek redress, divorce her, then you have custody of the children. The court won't give the children to her. I tell you, do court marriage. It's not expensive. Do court marriage. If the woman allow her to be free, let her travel to the right to travel to.
You know,
pay a cook to cook soup and bring refrigerator. Be warming and be eating. But when I won't stress my wife. I won't try it. No.
Husband material.
Personally, I won't stress my wife.
What's the video?
What you just
stress
said?
me.
My wife will cook for me. My wife
agree.
and I'll cook for my wife.
Amadi, so you talked about cook, right?
Yeah.
House help or water. You know this same house helping code that it has caused issues in marriages,
Outside
homes, and all that.
In the Bible, the Proverbs 31 says, "Your maid servant, give a portion to your maid servant." So the Bible is not against it.
This is actually insecure woman. You go to see whether the house help getting and show if you enter your husband.
That's what I'm saying.
A maid. You prayerfully select a maid.
What do you pray?
Now, imagine
Yes.
for
They pray to
instance.
select maid.
Imagine for instance.
I tell you.
Your house.
Okay,
All
imagine
that
for
quiet bomb
instance
girls.
now,
Please don't bring
imagine
anyone
for
from Calabar.
instance-
No,
imagine
I
for
like them.
instance, You bring in a maid that is so hot. I mean, like hot.
Yes,
And, okay,
they
you
need to
have-
bring a
you have
hot
wife-
maid.
You have a wife.
No, criteria for me to bring a maid, your nyash must be flat.
No.
Sorry.
You have a wife
And let me
that is
shock
a
you.
career woman, right?
Now,
I
let me
mean,
shock
it's
you.
definitely going to
Let me
bring
shock
about
you.
issues now.
The idea of bringing a maid that is sexy or not is not even the question there.
Okay.
If as a woman you are a career woman, take it upon yourself as a duty to meet the sexual needs of your husband. You know why? If that thing that they call conji come, we don't have to see if he's flat yash or not.
big yash.
But I don't say men are moved by what they see.
By what they
So if
see.
what you see is not pleasing.
Men are moved
Move
by
on.
what they see, but more by what they sense and what they feel.
Okay, so
If
if your
the
wife
person-
travels and your maid is there, you're okay.
Is it really about the maid?
No,
What
it's
if
not
I
about
have
the
one
maid.
girl
It's
that's
about
eyeing me
what? We're
at
not talking
work
about the
or
maid.
that? I
Abi?
will just
Secretary or
so
any
it's
friend
about
or
being
something.
safe, being secure, and being faithful to your wife.
If your wife is not missing your sexual needs, it's communication.
Of course, that's it. Now it's communication. We'll communicate about it. We'll talk about it, and we try not to allow it get out of hand.
Okay.
As a wise woman, you should know that this guy has given me enough respect to allow me to grant me the freedom to do whatever it is I want to do. You should be able to reciprocate with those little things. How can you be away for 1 week? Okay, you are away for 1 week. You come back, and you are still back with your laptop. It's the reason why you see that people say emotional stuff. You know one thing about emotions? A woman that is driven or drawn to her job so much,
Yeah.
the emotions will make her extreme in trying to deliver, in trying to meet up. So she can actually come back from a 1 week trip and still be back on her laptop. Your laptop. When a full-grown man is at home, what's your
You
problem?
say, I'm tired.
What's your problem?
See, I tell
She's
her, please,
tired
I'm
now. Let
tired.
her rest.
She's tired.
On her
Yes.
laptop.
You are tired and you are still on your laptop.
she's-
Oh God.
You choose one. Oh.
You know, you said something, Amadi, that you're going to I will let my wife be. She can do what she wants to do. You know,
You
like
picked that
being
line.
free. It's very rare. I mean, because there's so many men that are insecure. You get insecurities, and so it's so
Now,
rare.
why I do that is now you feel that as a man you have all the capacity.
Yeah.
you don't know what a woman is capable of
The day you will
by
die,
building her
you
career.
will know that your man is a
by
strong
building
woman.
I tell you, by building a life for herself. I have an aunt that her husband is sort of wayward. This woman, she's building houses in Port Harcourt. She's well to do. Her son going to a police school. Police school not cheap. These people are doing well for themselves. Because from the get-go, she was industrious. Give a woman the wings to fly. Let her fly. But if while she's flying, she decides to embody promiscuous tendencies, then since you don't court marriage, divorce her. Then you now have full custody of the children.
You know, it's how you talk about divorce for me. Like, it's just so, anything that happens, divorce her.
Not anything that
that's what you
happens.
need to
Anything that happens, we can
Can be
always
sorted,
resolve.
can be-
But
Okay.
the extent to which I won't take it is now you sleeping with another man. Sorry.
But love can forgive. If you are strong enough to
Yeah.
forgive that woman,
For promiscuity.
if you are strong enough to forgive that woman,
Yo, man.
go on. Not me, though. Not me.
Not me though.
But if you are strong
Not
enough
me
to
though.
forgive that woman,
Well, you know what?
love always win.
Love
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
you though.
Love
More-
always
more
win. But if
not
you're
me,
strong,
though.
go ahead and
I
forgive
feel
her.
like the reason why this feminism of a thing, this I'll
See,
call it
this
gender
feminism of a
equality.
thing is that people, especially Nigerian girls, don't really understand what feminism is.
even
feminism.
feminism are contributing to it.
How?
How?
Most
In what
men.
sense?
Because when they see a lady, the first thing that comes to their mind,
Is-
most men,
Eh.
is how to get into her pants. Why?
Those are men that don't know what they are doing.
To get
Most
into
of
her
them.
pants,
Those are men that don't
Even
know.
a
she
lady-
consenting to it, right?
Will she consent to it, right? Did she consent? Was she forced? If she consent to it, that means
Some is forced.
no. Don't say that.
Don't say
Don't
force.
say that
Don't
one.
say force.
Because the reason why I'm saying that is now in a school setting, a guy will pass and you give him his grades. Will you expect a lady to do sex for grades? Why?
Not everybody now. Even that one,
Most lecturers. And now they are not trying to what they are doing now. They're not trying to change the way the girls think. Especially 100 level girls. So that as soon as they enter, they believe that without this no more, I cannot pass this school. Because
I feel this
now
one. We have to
while
invite
they were
Judas.
doing some orientation, some people were like, Omo, if those physical sciences lecturers, if they see you, Omo, just agree. Or if not, you don't go pass for this school. Things like that. And when these lecturers now approach you, you don't want to say no because of that fear of failure.
Then I feel that's where the student governments
Yeah,
begin to
it's-
interfere.
I've
It's-
had a personal encounter with a very stupid lecturer. I don't dress anyhow. So you won't tell me that it's maybe because of the way I dress. No, I was just sitting on my own at Nadia and he saw me. And he called me. I thought maybe he just wants to maybe share a word or two with me. I don't know.
Okay.
But I went to meet him and he started saying rubbish.
Really?
How do you say rubbish?
Yes.
What sort of rubbish is that? Because there are different kind of rubbish.
Yeah. Say it now.
They're saying it was late. So I was waiting for my friend that evening. I can't remember where we were. We're going home. A friend of our flatmate was doing birthday. So we wanted to buy some stuff and go home and surprise her. So I was waiting for them at Nadia because they went to church. We don't attend the same church, but we're flatmates. And the guy just saw me and called me. Then started telling me how he wants to take me to his office to sleep with me. That am I waiting for anybody? I was like, yes. I'm saying, if you're not waiting for anybody, I would have. And me, I was scared to say anything because why? They filled my head with you're a 100 level student.
So he actually said he wants to take it to his office.
Yes,
said
that's
it.
what he said. He said he wants to take me to his office like right now. That's what he said.
Out of character.
He's a physical science lecturer.
Did you go follow him to the
No.
office?
Why
What
would I?
happened? How did you escape?
I was praying in my heart, so Holy Spirit help me. Lo and behold, my friends came and they hide me, and I ran.
Really?
Jesus.
I feel like there's this
but-
influencer that talks against those things. Judas, the beat maker. I will see how we can invite her to this podcast for her to really say. But student governments can actually help out in situations like that.
See, I want to talk to 100 level students. See, anything that they're filling your head with, they are lying. If a lecturer walks up to you and starts telling you should sleep with you, be bold enough to say no. I made that mistake once and I hated myself.
Is that
Like
the
this
lecturer?
man literally took my hand and put on his dick.
Jesus.
Yes.
In public.
Yes. And I was scared to say no.
In public.
Yes.
What sort of... Damn.
What's his name?
I don't remember his name. That's like hurtful parts.
Really?
But
What's
he's a
calling him
physical
from?
science lecturer. I would have called him out here.
In
Really?
public.
Yes. And I was so scared because they've
So,
told me, if you say no,
let's talk.
Wait.
Was it small or big? Like
Are you being serious?
No, wait. Like, he called you. I just explain.
like, I was sitting down facing that
big, you like
this
bad
thing that
story.
people pass.
Continue.
And the next thing, the man called me. And he said, just, there's a way someone will call you, like, you looked matured and like someone that is reasonable. He called me, I stood up. He was like, you're a very pretty lady. I said, thank you. So what's your name? I said my name. Then he now said, okay. Then before you know it, as we were walking, he was literally carrying my hand and he was moving me forward, like away from where people were. And I was not wise enough to understand that this man is trying to do something. You understand? He now started taking me to those places that cars used to park, like in the middle of one of those cars. In the evening, that Nadia side, cars would park in front. Took me there and started saying, you're a very pretty lady. And he said, what level? I said, 100 level. He said, wow, that's very good. I would like to, God, I feel disgusted saying it. But literally said he would like to sleep with me.
Of course.
He said, of course.
Like what? Engaging you.
I think I know what he was trying to do, of course.
And the next thing, he held my hand, and I was just so scared because they said, "Oh, if you say no to this thing, that they will fail you."
He held your hand. Continue.
And he put it on this place. Like, why?
Was he hard when he put it there?
It's very hard.
Hey, Chineke
Oh,
no.
wow.
He was very hard already.
Yes.
Damn.
And he started telling me, oh, his office is inside school, it's not far. He wants to take me there. So are you waiting for somebody? I said, I'm waiting for a friend. He said,
And your hand
oh,
was you.
no, I removed my hand immediately. That's when I was scared.
Damn.
I was too scared. God save me that day.
I feel like the university should begin to
Orientate
give
students, 100
orientation.
level students.
because this orientation you guys got it from class.
Yes.
That you guys should not
No,
any physical
that was in tutorial.
tutorial that you guys
Like
should.
why it was like almost all those physical science lecturers like more. If you say no to them, that hey they go fail you, or they do all this gossip. You say that girl no grill. For you need all them will gang up and fail you.
Personally, I think that women
Eh.
or girls coming up in school should know that their future, whatever it is they will become, is not really dependent on what it is they go to study
yeah.
or the grades they graduate with. And so at some
It
point,
depends on the skill that
they
you
should
attain.
trivialize whatever it is that is the outcome of their study in the university. Yes, to an extent they should. So it shouldn't be a do or die affair that they now have to bring themselves to. Guess what? The
lecturers.
girls that actually sleep with lecturers to
Did
get
that
grades,
certificate?
they don't use the certificate. That's my problem. They don't use the certificate. So why do you want to now bring yourself down?
And,
Wow.
and even some like
running up.
some like they ask for like an amount of money, like you have to pay for this course or sleep. I mean, at the end of the day, they don't get.
So
what
I
they
see
want.
where you people are trying to say those lecturers are now they're the ones that are making women to feel less of themselves.
Exactly when you see
And-
it, I was well dressed too, my brother.
Okay, so
But-
it's now
So
okay.
why-
Was you are
why
combining
thinking
it to
of- Why
You
even
can't-
getting
and-
hard
and-
looking
and-
at me?
And you can't even say that. It is just what appeases people. What appeases me from a man is his money. What appeases me from a woman is the nyash. So I mean,
Yeah.
we have
So,
two
see,
different.
He did
What
not see
are we
my
doing?
backside.
What are
It's
we
not
going
about
to
your
do?
backside.
What we are going to do is this.
Seeing a woman
This
like
particular-
this fine girl, should I be asking for
This
money? What do I
particular
need that money
episode,
for?
we are
I
going
need
to
that
do.
money
Oh my
now.
God.
We are going to do a part 2 of this particular episode, bringing in a feminist ambassador and someone that is for them to come and enlighten us more and enlighten the audience on what this feminism thing is all about. So we will now know what it is. Is feminism really good, or is just an hearsay? Do you understand? Thank you guys so much. We have come to the end of today's episode. You are so wonderful. Our joy is that whenever we come on here, you are ready to watch this channel, to watch every content that we are dropping. This remains your host, Big D, and we're wrapping up as we say, this is
Talk
Talknation.
Nation.
Thank you.
Bye.